Hello. Welcome gamers, it is Friday, August 9th, 2024. Well, what, the International Cat Day? That was yesterday. Unfortunately, it was yesterday. Today is not International Cat Day. But we can still celebrate, you know? August 9th, it's always Cat Day. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Delicious Smile. Welcome Stanley, thank you for the 19 months. Welcome Slime Molder, welcome Admiral Kobayashi, welcome Alt Chikar. Everyone's here. Okay, this is today's art. It's me as some kind of, I don't even know what this is, some kind of creature sitting. Put that right over here. Put that in the corner. Put this guy right here. Alright, we're gonna do, you know, the usual Friday thing. We got some Stitch, we got some Picross. Welcome Crespian C, welcome Brooke. International Cat Day. It is celebrated August 8th of every year. The purpose of that day is to raise awareness about those adorable ancient pets. It's believed that Isaac Newton invented the cat door so that his cat stopped interrupting his scientific experiments. Is that true? Did he really do this? Also, what's up with this dash? Why would they have a comma and a dash? That's strange grammatical thing. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna play. Is this a yarn ball? What is this? What's happening out here? Okay, we got the 5, obviously. We'll never know. There's no way for us to know. Isaac Newton was a genius. Many people credit him for things. He did in fact do many things. Oxford comma? No, because that's usually like when you have comma and, right? This is no such thing. It's Friday. It is in fact Friday. In fact, Friday the 9th. It's like Friday the 13th, except not. It's like a different day entirely. It's also valid. You know, there's many days out there. August 9th is in fact one of those days. Okay, those are cat eyes. This is the cat mouth and nose. This thing right there. What's your opinion on the Oxford comma? I feel like the Oxford comma is good. I think it's very necessary. It's good to have commas in there in places where it makes sense to do so. And removing it causes some issues, you know? It's a bit subjective. Objective and subjective, depending on who you ask. Anyway, it is Friday. I titled the stream Very Cool because in the morning, it was in fact very cool. But now that it's progressed further in the day, it's a bit less cool. I remember in the morning I woke up and I was like, oh, it's kind of chilly out here. Hold on, let me check what the weather is. Weather. Okay, it's about 80 Fahrenheit. I think it was like about the same in the morning, except it was windier. Welcome Minty Fresh Kyle. It was very windy. In the morning, it was very cool. It was nice. I appreciated it. I woke up and I was like, oh man, I don't need to change into like short sleeves and shorts because it's already pretty cool. We got a heat wave here at the beginning of the week. Classic moment. Classic California heat wave moment. It do be pretty hot though. Nowadays, it's pretty warm. This past week was kind of nice though. Hold on, where does this go? It's 3, this 4. Okay, this 4 has to go here. There's no other chance, no other choice. This 3 maybe goes there. No, there's no way. There's no way. This 4 must be here. It's gotta be this SoCal. I know. I know where you live. You've stated many times. Southern California, I remember. Imagine forgetting. Imagine not knowing where your viewers are located. Could not be me. I know everything. All the information, it's out here. The personal knowledge base that is my brain. It's a unique climate. Yeah, but like I know. I've been there. Yeah, I know SoCal. It's Southern and also California. It's both things. Okay, this one, surely this is here, right? And obviously, could be this. Actually, no, it can't be this. There's no way it could be this. It's gotta go this way, right? And then maybe actually this is here. Anyway, you will not believe though. Yesterday, I was on the train and I saw a dog. Actually, I think I saw like 3 dogs yesterday. And one of them was wearing a raincoat. It's like a bright yellow raincoat on the subway. And I was like, that's a cool dog. It was like lying down on the floor. It's kind of blocking some people from walking, but you know, it looked cool. I thought it was a very nice dog. Now, I considered taking a photo, but I didn't really want to. Because, like, you know, you never know. It feels kind of weird to take photos of things without asking. And anyway, I left the subway. I was like, that's a great dog. Everyone would appreciate seeing this dog in a raincoat. If only they saw it, it would have brightened everyone's day. If you've seen this dog, you would have been impressed. Whoa, how can a dog wear a raincoat? Do dogs even understand the concept of raincoats? I don't even know. But you know, that dog, it's pretty nice. Pretty good dog. Anyway, okay, we got, obviously it's gotta go this way, right? It has to go across. Look at this cat right there. What do you think that blue thing is up there? What is that? Where even do things go? Anyway, classic start of stream. It's when no one is here. You know, we gotta wait like 30 minutes before anyone even shows up. Welcome, Potato. Yeah, dog rain time. It's pretty rainy. Pretty nice though. I mean, you know, food was good. Went to the supermarket, bought some instant noodles. It was great. I would recommend, you know, if you're ever at the supermarket and you're buying things, noodles, those are some things you could consider buying. What do you all buy? The last time you were at a supermarket, what did you buy? Do you buy bread? Do you buy eggs? Vegetables? Instant ramen? Nothing. Perhaps you haven't even been. What if you've never been to the supermarket? You would have been like, I don't know. Well, I can't relate. I don't know what a supermarket is. We don't have those here. Well. That's too bad. But I've been to many supermarkets. Can you believe that I've been to supermarkets? I don't know where this is going. You know, this is always how it goes. Always gotta just gotta kill time, you know? Friday moment. When everyone's leaving work. Everyone's like, could be even at work right now. Too busy to watch a stream. Would you ever be too busy to watch a stream? I think I bought an onion and some steakums. I don't know, what is a steakum? It's just a market with more specialty breads. The bread market. The superb market. Welcome, Namington. What's the best bread you can find there? Do they have artisanal breads? Thinly sliced frozen beef. Steakums? I've never heard that term. Steakums? What language? Is that English? Is that an English term? Steakums? Sounds good though. Oh, it's a brand. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was a term for like a cut of beef. I'm like, what the heck? I've never seen it. Also, I guess because I don't really buy beef. Not really much of a fan of beef in general. You know, among my you know, the different types of meat, beef is like, it's the lowest for me. Just processed meat things. There's a Dave's bread they make up north. Dave. Who's this Dave? Any Daves out there? Are you making bread? Actually, my coworker was also talking about how he's made bread before. Have anyone make bread before? Never even considered it. Apparently, you know, I guess during the pandemic, a lot of people just made bread because they had nothing else to do. Just out there buying like starter loaves or whatever. Just making bread. It's easy. Yeah, but it's also like, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like more effort than I'm willing to put into it. It's kind of just like, I could just go buy it, right? I'm sure it's not as good to just buy it, you know, probably eat your own bread, and it's like, that's good, you know, because you made it. You can be proud of the food you've made, you know, you could give it to your friends. They're like, whoa, you made this? This is great. I don't know. What about noodles? Do people make their own noodles? Do people make their own? I feel like of all the carbs, rice is the hardest to make on your own. Because, you know, people make their own bread. People are not out there really making their own, like, noodles. I guess some people do, like noodles. It's not as common. It's just bread. You know, no one's out there making their own rice. You gotta, like, farm it. You gotta plant grains. Harvest it. Yeah, that's hard work. It's kind of cool that farmers have done it all for us. Out there doing all these things so we don't have to. That's the benefit, you know, of living in society. You already know. That's how society is. Benefits and also downsides. You can make noodles. It's a bit harder and requires a few specialized tools. Don't you just like, you don't just roll it? Is that not what... I guess you need like the ingredients. What are the specialized tools that you need for noodles? One tool? Is it not just your hands? People are out there making hand-pulled noodles in restaurants. You just go cover it with flour. You just roll it around a bit. I don't know. It's probably harder than I think it is. It's like you always watch those YouTube videos of people making stuff and you're like, that's easy, I could do that. But I'm not making it. Special pasta flattener thing. I guess it also depends on what kind of pasta, right? Because, like, I'm sure, you know, like, if you're just making, like, I don't know, just generic noodles, you don't really need, like, a special pasta flattener, right? You just roll it up, just cut it. It's out there. It's all already there. It's literally made. Okay, where do I put these? Where would I even put these things? This 4 surely has to go up. Flattens it to the right thickness and also cuts it. Yeah, but you could probably do without it. It's like one of those it's like specialized tools that maybe if you're an expert, you're like, this surely helps a lot. But like, you know, a beginner, they probably could do without it. Not that I've done it. A rolling pin or wine bottle. Yeah. I don't think I even have a rolling pin at home. Is anyone out there making noodles? Anyone out there making things in your day-to-day life? Food. Dumplings? Anyone making dumplings? Okay, this is an orange cat. This is Garfield out here. Got the 4 going this way. Obviously, gotta go there. This way. Surely this thing corresponds to these things. It's that simple. It's so simple. Some people, they don't understand. I still am not sure what this this blue part is. But we will figure out as we go. Oh, is this maybe like a yarn ball? Stanley's not. What are you nodding at? Do you make things? Is that the answer to the question? Sometimes I make my own bread buns with oats in them. Lloyd. How big are the breads? Isn't it also like the bread that you make on your own does not last that long? Because, like, you know, compared to the breads that are in supermarkets, they add a lot of preservatives. So, like, maybe it goes bad in like a week, it starts getting moldy. Whereas bread from the supermarket could last for like a long time. You gotta eat them fast. Oh, freezer. I guess you could do that. Making food from scratch seems like a huge time sink, even if it could save money. Yeah, but it's about the experience, you know? The pride of making it yourself. You can tell your friends, be like, I made this. Also, welcome Cookie and Cream. Yeah, check out this bread. Check out this pasta. Handmade pasta right here, and they're like, whoa, that's great pasta. That's awesome. You're like, man, I sure wish I could make pasta. And then you're like, it's actually easy. All you gotta do is blah, blah, blah. And they're like, I don't really want to do it. They're just trying to make conversation, you know? They're like, oh, that sounds cool. I would love to do it one day. But they don't actually want to. You're just trying to, you know, encourage your hobbies. Bread, that's great. I love bread. I purchased some bread, and I ate it today. And it was, in fact, some bread. It was white bread. That bread was, in fact, white. You know, I'm surprised at how cheap bread is. It was like $3 for like a whole loaf. That's like so much bread. Sometimes you buy food and you're like, can I even finish this like before it gets before it goes bad? They have that issue with like strawberries. I've talked about this before, but every time I buy strawberries, you gotta eat them within a few days, otherwise they start going bad like really fast. And I notice when I go to like the store, I often see strawberries on sale, because I guess because like the specific strawberries they have been out for a while, and it's like, oh, look at this, 2 things of strawberries for $5. Whoa, that's crazy. That's a good deal. It's because they're gonna go bad within like a week, within a few days. All right, have a good work day, Brooke. Croissants seem difficult to make. Yeah, you gotta get a lot of butter. I'm always surprised when I watch like a YouTube video and they're making croissants and you're like, that's how much butter goes into a croissant. Holy frig. You gotta make like a bunch of different layers, put butter on all of them. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. You gotta consider, you know, the work that people put in, the cost of labor. Time consuming. Well, yeah, difficulty. It's like time, you know. I don't know. Making baguettes seems pretty easy to make. I was over at my father's house a few weeks ago. My sister made baguettes and soup. What kind of soup? What's the best soup? It's still not easy. I've never made it, so I don't really know. What if you could make it? You could be making it right now. Instead of watching this stream, you could be out there making bread. You make that bread, as people say. Depends how many layers you want. Well, how many layers do you think is like the default? Or the minimum? What is the minimum number of layers for it to be a valid croissant? Right? If you had just 1 layer, would that be a croissant? Would you need at least 3, 4 layers? Do you know if you keep strawberries in a glass jar with a lid, they last longer? Did not know that. I heard that apparently you can add, when you first get the strawberries, you can clean them with like vinegar or something. And I guess, I don't know, that kills chemicals or whatever. That kills the mold. I don't know, that seems like a lot of effort. 55 according to Google. No, you can't ask the AI. You gotta ask real Google. 27 sounds like a lot though. Is that true? 55 layers. I don't know, I thought it would be like closer to like 10 layers. 55's a lot. Makes them taste like vinegar. No, you gotta wash it thoroughly. Obviously. That's how you do it. That's how the pros do it, alright? That's how everyone knows how to do it. Okay, I think I know. This one, it's gotta be like this, right? You gotta have this here, and the 5 has gotta go across. But then what? Oh, then you do, wait a second. No, what? What? Oh, this goes this. Oh, it goes that way. Oh, I see. Has anyone had strawberries recently? When you go to the supermarket and like you have the decision to buy fruits, like what is your default fruit that you pick? Are you like, I gotta go get like the bananas, I gotta go get an apple? I feel like for me, the common one is orange. Orange, tangerines, but I feel like every time I look at like the tangerines and oranges they have in the store, they always look bad quality. They always have like, I know like the bumps on it, and like sometimes they have like different like markings on them that makes it look like they're rotten. I know it doesn't really affect it, but like I look at it and I'm like, man, why is it so hard to choose good ones? Strawberries don't rank too high. I feel like they're pretty often on sale at at the supermarkets I go to, which is a sign that they've been there for a while. And I'm like, they're discounted. I gotta buy them. Cantaloupe or grapes? I feel like I never really buy cantaloupe. I bought kiwis recently though. Kiwis are pretty good. Cantaloupe or grapes? Bananas and apples. I feel like I also never really buy apples. I'm not really a fan of apples. They're just born ugly. Had a bowl of strawberries a few hours ago. With sugar and cream. Aren't they like sweet enough though? I feel like you don't really need to add sugar to strawberries. Welcome, Hamflow. Good watermelons are a bit ugly. Maybe true. I feel like I also don't buy watermelon that often. It's because, you know, they're like huge, you know, they're kind of heavy to carry. As someone who does not go around in a car, it's like I'm limited by what I can carry on my walk to home. So like, obviously, I'm not gonna buy like an entire watermelon. Because then, you know, that means I can't buy other stuff. It'll be harder to carry other things. Berries are not good quality. It's probably just my local grocery store. I feel like berries often, I don't know, I guess they vary. Like sometimes they have like the fruit out there and you're looking at them and it's like, man, you can spend like 10 minutes looking and you'll always find some sort of imperfection in them. That's how it goes. Actually, there's like some grocery stores that I go to. They have like the what is it, the oranges, but then like apparently they're like coated with some kind of like, I don't know if it's like a chemical, some kind of like natural resin that preserves them, and it makes them look so much nicer, you know. Yeah, I'm sure they're just as ripe and just as like good quality as the ones that have marks on them. But like just seeing that they don't have imperfections, I'm like, that obviously they're so much better. It just makes my mind just, you know, just like, oh, this looks pretty nice. Bayberry. What? What do you mean bayberry? Strawberry. Berries. Berry bug. Ladybug berry. Strawberries are fine on their own. I like to make them super sweet. But why? Oh, they vary. I see. Me when I forget what I've said. Classic. Classic streamer moment. Oh, also, what do I... the heck do I do here? This 3... Oh, this probably goes like across, right? It probably goes this way. What is this thing? A yarn ball? Is this lost? No, it's not. It can't be. 2, 3, 5. Okay, I think this is probably a yarn ball. Some kind of ball with yarn. I'm dropping frames again. Okay, it was only for like 2 seconds. I dropped 236 frames. What the heck is this? This isn't even a puzzle. What is it? This is so easy, man. Look at that. Look at that cat right there. Shrimple as that. So shrimple. Got the 2, we got the 4. What's the worst fruit? The fruit that you never buy, or like when you buy the fruit, you're like, this sucks. I should have never bought this. Sometimes you're like, maybe I should give this fruit a shot, and then you try it. Then you regret. Is there even such a thing? Do people even regret fruits? Goated fruit. What about star fruit? What about durian? I feel like they don't sell durian like near me at all. I've never had it, and I feel like I would not enjoy it. I feel like I also never see like pomegranate in stores. Actually, maybe I'm not just, maybe just because I'm not looking. But I feel like at least if they are selling them, I never notice them. Gotta be some fruit out there that's like, you know... What fruit do you think people buy? Like, commonly sold fruit in the supermarket that's sold not as often. It's like, you know, Northern Line, some time ago he was talking... Wait, we talked about this. We've already discussed this. He was talking about how, like, he doesn't really eat pears that often. He was like, pears gotta be one of the least selling fruits out there. People always buying apples, people buying oranges, bananas. But pears, they're kind of just sitting there. I haven't had a pear in a while. I guess it's also not really high on my list of fruits. Like when I'm out there trying to buy stuff. What about kiwis? You all buy kiwis often? They're out there kind of. Pears are kind of mid. Welcome Tag Barrel. Don't even know my grocery store stocks pears. What? How can they not have pears? It's impossible. They gotta have some. Kiwis are nice. They're pretty nice. Pears. I like Asian pears. Regular pears, they're alright. Parodies. So true. So true out there. Always about a pair of those. They have like different types of kiwis as well. They got like the yellowish ones. They got the green ones. For some reason, the yellow kiwis are expensive compared to the, or like slightly more expensive. When I see them listed, it's always like, you know, $5 for 4 or whatever. But then the green kiwis is like $5 for 6. I don't know if that's a good deal, but that's what I see at my local supermarket. It's also kind of wild how like the price of fruit varies so much between like grocery stores that are literally like next door to each other. Like one day I'll go somewhere and it'll be like, hey, check it out, we got strawberries, 2 packs for $5. I'm like, that's good. And then I go to like the next store and it's like, I don't know, 1 pack for like $3.50 or whatever. But then like sometimes it's different, you know? I don't know. That's how it goes. Buried. You know, sometimes, you know, you go to a store, like oranges, $5 for one thing, and then you go to the next store. After you've already bought them, you're like, okay, I got a good deal on these. Go to the store next door, and it's like, you know, 75% of the price that you bought it at. Man, I could have just gone to this store. Strawberries with a dash of cream is peak. Yeah, someone, yeah, what's his name from earlier also said that. I did not understand. European blueberries, not those American blueberries that are green on the inside. Wait, are there American blueberries that are green? I've never seen this. I didn't know this was a thing. Someone is pinging me on Slack. Specifically me, not like a group thread or anything. Just literally just pinging me in case I'm still online. I'm gonna ignore this because I am in fact not online. I mean, I am online, but I'm not gonna acknowledge the message. I'm gonna have to wait until later. Laser spot, no. I mean, he did start it with quick question in case you're online. But I'm not. I'm not. Filter. Okay, that's a question. It's a question about something. This is not an urgent question. I can wait. Sometimes when produce has to ship a long ways, they pick it when it's unripe so it doesn't go bad before it arrives. Like tomatoes. Yeah, actually the same thing for like bananas, right? Because sometimes you buy like greenish bananas so that you can have them, you know, just sit around for a bit before you're ready to eat them. Because like if you buy the ripe bananas, then suddenly you gotta eat them really quick, otherwise they all like, you know, they go bad. And when you buy them when they're green, then you have more time, you know? You don't have to rush to eat them immediately. If I just Google American blueberry, they are green on the inside. I have never seen this. Hold on. American blueberry. They're green on the inside? No, when I Google American blueberry, they don't show the insides. Oh wait, oh these. Is that green? Is that green on the inside? I don't know. I guess I don't usually eat blueberries. Welcome, Michael. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they are green. I just don't eat enough blueberries to really to really pay attention. European blueberries are red to the point of almost being black. Stains and everything. What? Green blueberries? Why don't they call them green berries? Always get green bananas. Yeah, that's the meta. I don't really enjoy bananas, but sometimes I buy them. What's the deal with bananas? This is colored just like a banana. Look at this 5 right here. That's banana colored. You could look at this and be like, I have seen banana, and that is in fact one of them. Speaking of bananas, I've been playing Bloons Tower Defense off stream recently, and it's pretty fun. Now I understand that there's a lot of meta progression stuff going on in that game. There's like a whole like, not tier list, what is it called? A skill tree? Freaking skill trees for different types of monkeys. You can specialize in military monkeys, you can specialize in support monkeys. Like, I didn't know there was like this much stuff in the game. They really did go all out, the monkeys. I think European blueberries are called bilberries. I have never heard of this. Possibly also due to my lack of eating of blueberries. Also, speaking of blueberries, isn't this colored just like a blueberry? It's literally blue, just like a blueberry, and it's round. Are they listening? Is the stream listening to what I'm talking about? The game. It's like when we play Picross, and sometimes, you know, the solution to the Picross is literally a topic we've been discussing. Look at this. Have you had that happen recently? Like recently at work, my coworker asked us like, oh yeah, what kind of YouTube channels do you all watch? And like, he mentioned one and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then literally like, I think the day after, my YouTube recommendation had the channel he was talking about. And I'm like, what the frick? Is my phone spying on me? Is it like listening to my conversation? It heard my coworker talk about this channel and suddenly it's gonna recommend it to me. It was about how like, you know those channels that are like, they interview young entrepreneurs and they're like, oh, I earned $400,000 this year selling things on Amazon or whatever. I made 400K selling cheese. That kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. That was literally his example. He was like, oh yeah, look at this example. This channel. Talk about this lady that made 400K selling cheese. And then like literally the next day I got that same video in my recommended. What the heck, man? How do they know? They listen? Do you think they're like, I don't know, maybe they're collecting data from like people in, you know, like geolocation data. It's like, okay, these people tend to, you know, be around the same place sometimes. Maybe we'll start recommending this person's watch videos to this other person that he's often near. Welcome, Maria. Is that a thing? Do they do geolocating? Possible. Anyway, how would you answer if someone asked you like from work? They're like, what kind of YouTube videos and channels do you like watching? How would you answer? My answer was there was this channel called Japan Eat, and he does a lot of like food tourism videos. He like, so check it out. Here's this food in this Japanese restaurant. That's what I said. Now, obviously, I do watch that, but I did not suggest. I did not say, oh yeah, there's this streamer I watch named Northern Line. There's this clip channel. Because they would not understand that. They'd be like, what? What is that? Streamers? Who? Northern Library of Laterno? What is that? So I simply went with the thing that most people understand. Food videos. Tourism. And I was like, yeah, it's also YouTube Shorts. So your attention span doesn't need to be that long to watch the videos. Japan, yeah, it's a good channel. He's got a sense of humor. He's out there making comedy. He's tempted to use his code to buy Japanese snacks. No, that's how they get you. The advertisement almost worked on you. I've never been influenced. I don't think I've ever been influenced to like buy a product using a coupon code from like a video. Or at least if I have, I can't remember. Has anyone done that? Has anyone like watched a video that was promoting a product and thought like, I'm gonna use this discount code? Because I feel like the only times that I would consider doing that, if it's something that I already kind of wanted to buy, you know? If it's just like, hey, there's this video that I'm watching, suddenly they start talking about this thing. Well, obviously, oh, look at this, maybe I should buy this thing. It's never happened. It's usually because I'm already like, I'm gonna research this thing and watch some reviews about it. Maybe there will be cool videos. And then if there is a discount code, even then, I feel like I don't use it. I look up online. I don't know. That's how it is. Does anyone buy those gamer sups or whatever? Rogue Energy, gamer sups. Other types of VTuber energy drinks. I've never considered. I don't know who actually buys those. Does anyone drink those? Does anyone see those and think like, I gotta go buy these? You bought it once. Whose discount code did you use? Was it Chia? Was it good? I guess you only bought it once, so I would assume that it was not that good to make you want to buy it a second time. I don't know. I don't know if there's ever been like a streamer promoting something that I actually wanted. It was G, I knew it. Get normal juices. No, this is energy drink. That's so different from juice. Right, basically the same as any other. Yeah, but it's like, it's gamer themed. It's for gamers, which makes it better somehow. And you're like, how? How does it make it better? Well, I don't know. Simply don't know. Okay, so what this tells me is that this 4 must go down. It can't go down there. It's got to go here. Because this 4 can only go here. Therefore, it's got to be this. What would my sponsor of choice be? I don't even know. Can't even think of one. Literally nothing. Picross. What's a product I use? Maybe a water kettle, one of those electric kettles for boiling water. I use those. If I was sponsored by one, I would take that sponsorship. Yeah, the real Picross. Obviously. Okay, what if this 4 was here? What if this went this way? No. What? Okay, well, this 4 has to go here. Otherwise, nothing can go here, right? If this was here, 3 has no space. It's gotta be this, right? And then what? And then what? What about cheese? You see that Olympic athlete that was sponsored by like Parmesan? How can you be it's not even like a brand of Parmesan. It's just like Parmesan, like the concept of cheese in general. That's cool, right? Imagine being sponsored by a concept. Like the waterboard. What is the waterboard? That's not a thing. That's torture. I mean, like, you know, the board of water or whatever. You're just like, hey, you want to sponsor water? I would love to. I would love to bring awareness about the benefits of water. If they sponsor me, I would do that. Apologies, I will not purchase a kettle using your code. It's fine. I don't even need the money. If I would ever do a sponsorship, it would just be for fun. Which means I probably would never do it because I don't think sponsorships are fun. But you know, obviously it wouldn't be for the money because the money that they would pay me is probably not even that good. It's usually like sponsorships are usually like they pay you based on how many people buy the product. And like I feel like not enough people watch these streams to warrant me doing a sponsorship. And even then, even if there were thousands of viewers, I don't think the value would be that good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe they do give really good rates, but I kind of doubt it. Yeah, big water. The big water. Corporate water sponsorship. But not bottled water. I feel like I don't drink bottled water that much. Or I guess like at all recently, you know? Because like, you know, when do I need to have bottled water? I'm usually at home or in the office. And like, you know, both of those places tend to have water. That's not bottled. You can boil water. There's like hot water at work. Water filters. What more could you want, right? There's nothing there. Alright, this one obviously has got to go this way. What's like a sponsorship? Have you ever watched a streamer play a game that was sponsored and thought, I'm gonna buy that game? I always think that's kind of weird because like sometimes streamers they take sponsorships for games that they probably would have played anyway, even if they weren't sponsored. And so I feel like the incentive typically for game companies to do sponsorships usually targets people that would not really play that kind of game, right? I don't know how to put this, but like, you know, if you're gonna sponsor someone and it's like they're the kind of person that would play the game only already. And what am I saying? How do I work grammatically? Games, I don't know. They want people to be introduced to a newer audience, you know? An audience that typically, I don't know, I guess it varies. I guess it depends. I just somehow get free hydro flasks, so I don't need plastic water. What is a hydro flask? It's just like a bottle of water. Only if the game is good. What if the game was really good? What if it was great? Like some streamer who only streams BR is getting sponsored to play some new BR. I forget what the example is specifically though. It was like, I think I saw like some comment. You know how like YouTube sometimes shows you community posts from YouTube channels that you don't actually follow? There's like a guy who mostly just plays one game, and then people were getting upset that the company that makes that game did not sponsor the streamer to play that game that he would have played anyway. And then when you think about it, it's like, well, he was gonna play the game anyway, so like, I don't know, why would they sponsor? Wouldn't they want to sponsor someone new, you know? Because like if someone's already playing that game, chances are their audience is already aware of that game. They were probably playing it anyway. Often it's just the most transparent clickbait. Wait, do you all see that thing recently? I saw on Twitter that apparently Mr. Beast's videos, you know how sometimes when they have like the sponsored segment, like sometimes the video editor will be nice enough to put like a little bar at the bottom so you can see like when the when the sponsor segment ends, and it's like a progress bar, right? It goes up. Apparently Mr. Beast has a thing where like it's not linear. So like the time will speed up really fast and then it'll get to the halfway point and then it'll like slow down to make you think the ad's gonna like end soon. But then like the last half of the video is like, you know, takes up like 75% of the sponsor segment. So it's like the loading bar goes from like whoop and then it starts going slower and slower. And then once it reaches the end, it's there. You're like, man, that's so deceptive, right? It's a hecked up thing to do. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's why they have laws on advertisements. You gotta put hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. Really? Yeah, it's real. They showed an example, and I'm like, that's evil. Why would they do that? Are they allowed to do? I guess there's like no laws against it, cause like I guess they aren't required to put like a meter anyway, right? So I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. Welcome, Nutritious. Feels like it should not be allowed. This is why we need regulations. Sponsored content. Speaking of sponsors, today's sponsor, I can't even make up a sponsor. Today's sponsor, Big Water. Have you ever wanted to drink water? Well, here you go. No, I already talked about gamer subs. I wanted to name something that's not a real company, okay? Now you're giving them free advertising. That's why it's always messed up when people are making fun of sponsors. That's what I was literally just gonna say that. when people make fun of advertisers, they always just say, you're like, oh, when they're joking about it, you're like, oh, this sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I'm like, that's, you know, you don't want to give them free publicity, all right? Even if you're making fun of sponsors, I don't think you should name real companies. Because they're always, I'm going to do this right now, I'm going to name real companies, but they always mention, like, you know, NordVPN, Squarespace, Raid Shadow Legends, Surfshark VPN, I don't know, a bunch of other ones. And it's like, I know you're mentioning it as a joke. However, you are still giving them free publicity. Why would you do that? Bringing a brand engagement to them. Can't believe Wolfie sold out, doesn't even support small water. Can't believe this. Kind of shock raid is still a thing these days. I'm sure they get a lot of players. Probably a lot of people that play it unironically. I mean, like, obviously they have money to throw around, right? So obviously people are probably actually playing it. Because if people weren't playing it, how would they have all this money to promote? Right? How would they be able to do all these sponsorships? Surely it means people are playing them. And it's because of the gacha. Everyone is there paying for rolled characters. The gacha is right there. It's literally right there. No, I've never played Raid Shadow Legends. I probably will never play Raid Shadow Legends. But sometimes I see like a small streamer that I watch doing like a raid sponsorship. It's always kind of funny because, like, I don't know. Do you really think your audience is gonna play Raid Shadow Legends? No, probably not. Sometimes a company comes along with a massively inflated ad budget, but usually it dissipates after a while. Maybe. What is another example? Is there another like game that you're like, I don't know if anyone plays this besides Raid Shadow Legends? Yeah, that's also the thing. You need, it's like based on how many people sign up. It's like, do you really think you're gonna get 10 people to sign up? Answer usually no. It's always kind of sad though when you see them and they're like promoting it and you're like, oh, look at this. Oh, my first real sponsorship. Wow. Raid Shadow Legends. Please guys, please sign up. Hey, speaking of Raid, check out this promotional video promoting their newest hero. And then they play the video and it's like, this is something. This is in fact something. Raid. There it is. Raid Shadow Legends. So true. So true out there. Sponsored. Have you seen that new fighting game that everyone's been talking about? I don't even remember the title. It's like 4 letters. It's got like a number in there. There's like a letter X as well. What's that about? That's the new it's like the League fighting game. The Riot Games fighting game. Oh, 2XKO, that's what it is. What's the deal with that game? Everyone's talking about it. Is it even good? Are people having a good time with that game? I don't even know. I don't know if anyone here even plays fighting games. Any fighting game experts in chat? That's like one of the genres I never really got into. Fighting games. It's like a 2v2 kind of fighting game, right? I don't know. You don't really see that often. Yeah, I've never really gotten into fighting games because, you know, you gotta invest time into improving. You gotta learn matchups. You gotta learn, you know, combos. Bread and butter. Who even has time for bread and butter? I'm gonna hydrate at 6 p.m. Alright, I've hydrated. Is it assist style or tag? I do not know. I actually haven't seen gameplay from it. I've only seen the lobby system. Why is it that so many fighting games are like... They don't have it so that you can just queue up for a game. They have to have it so that like, oh, check it out. You're like in a real live arcade setting where you're like... You watch people like walk around to the arcade games and like... Match up with people that are literally like near you in the arcade. This feels like a lot of overhead. Why not just have a matchmaking system? They only have 8 characters revealed. How many how many characters do fighting games usually have? Dozens, 20 plus? Fighting game companies are strangely resistant. But I feel like that's a new thing though, right? Isn't that kind of lobby system like... I don't know, how long has that been around? I have no idea. It feels pretty recent. At least 22,000. 2,000 characters. Okay, what do I do here? Surely this 9 is here, right? And JP companies refused to institute rollback lag compensation until recently. Oh, that lag. I would simply just not lag, obviously. Obviously what you gotta do is play against people in the same room as you. That's just how you do it. Actually, that is probably why, right? Because like in Japan, they have like the arcade scene is pretty much still alive. So like a lot of times you can just go to your local arcade, find people to play against. Or, you know, maybe you'll go to your friend's house. Because, like, you know, Japan is not that big. You probably live in Tokyo. You find someone there. But then in the US, it's like everyone's so spread apart. You can't just go to your friend's house. You know, maybe you can. But, like, you know, not as many people out there. Not as many opportunities. Arcades definitely don't exist in the same way. It's getting good. No, you gotta consider Mugen. Isn't that game like a joke? Isn't that the game that people make fun of when they're like, check out all these characters? And it's like, it's like, yo, it's Sans Undertale and versus Hatsune Miku. That's crazy. How do they balance that game? I guess the answer is probably that they don't balance that game. Anyone can just make their own. They can be as overpowered as people want them to be. What's the best fighting game? Anyone out here play fighting games? Smash Bros. Some people may say Smash Bros is not even a real fighting game. Do you believe that? I guess it's like its own genre, right? Platform fighter. It's like a separate thing on its own. Can't wait until Wolfie gets into the FGC, starts talking about frame traps and Kara canceling. No, I would never. Right, imagine Wolfie as a fighting game player. Could not imagine. Will never happen. Street Fighter Third Strike. Peak aesthetics. I don't even... What does that game look like? Street Fighter. They're out there fighting on the streets. Is that the one where you beat up a car? Actually, yeah, sometimes people do get into like fighting games. Like, didn't Lily Pichu get really into Tekken? And she also like went to a tournament for it. And people are like, what the heck, Lily Pichu? At the tournament? That's crazy. 15 Evo third. Oh, I see. That's Third Strike. I have seen it. I know the Evo moment. It's actually the only Evo. There are literally no other Evo moments. Now, some people might argue that there is a new Evo moment. Welcome Incognito. You do not need to apologize. There's no reason to apologize for not being here at the start of the stream. Okay. Got this. So what do I do here? Obviously, surely this 3 goes this way, right? And then this 3. Oh, it's just this. It's that simple. Oh, is this an eyeball? No, that's a bell. That's like a bell, and this is a ribbon, a bow. Evo moment 30. Okay, yeah. What I was gonna say. There was like a fighting game moment that was trending recently. It was like, what is it? Hugo. What was that guy's name? Hugo fighting some other guy. And people were like, yo, what the, is this Evo moment 38? Is this the new moment? And I looked at the video, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Is this impressive somehow? It doesn't look like, as someone who doesn't know that game and also doesn't know fighting games, it did not look as impressive to me. But people were like, you don't understand. This is why it's impressive. He was in an unfavorable matchup and he used the special at the optimal time, and he caught this like frame perfect trick. But like compared to the Ken versus Chun-Li thing, that's, I don't know, it's less obvious to me. That's also third strike. It's always about third strike. Everyone's out there striking third time. Third strike, that's baseball. Wait a second, third strike. That's baseball. Doesn't that mean you're out? If you had 3 strikes, you are no longer allowed to participate. You have been eliminated from the game. Is that why they call it third strike? It's like there wasn't a second strike. It was just 2. It was literally just Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Turbo Edition. And then I went to 4. 4 Super. Also YouTube. What was YouTube? Street Fighter, YouTube. YouTube moment. Remember playing Street Fighter a few years ago on a retro console thing? Don't have much experience about fighting games. So true. I also don't know. But you know, many people are into fighting games. I remember I would go to arcades and I would see people playing fighting games. People would be playing Blaze Blue. And I know enough about Blaze Blue to know it's not pronounced Blaz Blue. That's one thing. So you look at the way the game is spelled. It looks like it would be Blaz Blue, right? Apparently it's Blaze Blue. How did that happen? How did they even have the E not be there? Kind of messed up. If it was up to me, I would have the letter E in there to make it more obvious. You know, Blaze Blue, Blaz Blue. Anime fighting games. Some people have opinions about anime fighting games. They're like, I can't play fighting games that have anime. That's different. The moment was pretty much the same. Hugo teched Ken's super, but instead of countering him, he read his immediate next move and used one of Hugo's worst moves to perfectly dodge the attack and then go for the... Yeah, but it doesn't look as impressive. Because he's not blocking, you know, he's not blocking all those attacks. I don't really know what was going on. Maybe you as a fighting game professional understood, but me as a casual, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Who is this guy? Hugo, where even did he go? Right? Am I right, gamers? Hugo. Where did Hugo? Fighting game speak is so jargony. No, all you gotta know is mix up and low guard and punch and strong attack, and left jab, heavy cancel, guard tech, and command grab, right? That's somehow different from a regular grab. Are there regular grabs? People always talk about command grabs. Is there a regular grab? Because I never hear about it. Guardgers, yeah, Guardgers. No, that's the shark VTuber from Hobo IVN, Guardgers. When I play a fighting game, I mash random buttons. That is what many people do. It's true. It does happen. Obviously, you gotta know about unfavorable matchup. You gotta know about bans. You gotta know about carry. You gotta know about Evo, right? Obviously, Evo. Everyone knows Evo. That's a classic gaming tournament. Smash Bros. You gotta know about rest. That's a thing in every game. You might think it's just Smash Bros. No, rest is in every game. Because gamers do have to rest. Command grabs are special moves that grab. You perform a command to do the grab rather than just pressing grab. You perform a command to do the grab rather than just pressing grab. Let's see. Oh, so it's like a thing from a character's moveset. Welcome, Resetter. So like every character has a grab, but not every character has a command grab. Is that the case? Simply grab the opponent? No, but sometimes you can't grab them. Sometimes they dodge. You cannot grab. It's like pressing Hadouken move, but instead of shooting a fireball, but instead the character grabs. I see. Combos. They got auto combos as well. You know, you can just press the same button and do a combo. That's a thing. What's the best fighting game? Wait, I already asked that. that's how Street Fighter Third Strike came up. What's the worst fighting game? You ever play a fighting game and think this game freaking sucks? Oh, I can't believe this guy's playing Skullgirls. Can't believe this guy's playing Mortal Kombat 8. Actually, I heard a lot of people look down. A lot of fighting game players look down on Mortal Kombat for some reason. They were like, "Oh, Mortal Kombat, that's like the casual fighting game." When are you gonna move on to a real fighting game like Street Fighter? Marvel, that's for normies. That's the fighting game that normies play. I can't believe this guy's playing Mortal Kombat. Usually command grabs are unblockable. Well, you can break out of a normal grabs either with ability. Press and grab, I see. Tekken is for grannies. Tekken. I don't know. I don't really know. You know, a lot of games out there. Timing for combos is forgiven. Actually, I feel like Tekken is Tekken more approachable for people that are new to fighting games, because I have seen a lot of people that typically don't play fighting games get really into Tekken. Right, like Lily Pichu, she got really into Tekken. I think Ellis also has started streaming some Tekken recently. And like, they don't typically play fighting games. Is there something about Tekken? Is it for casuals? I just don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to be playing Tekken. If you were everywhere, you were worried. You're like, I can't believe Wolfie's going to play Tekken. No. Wolfie playing fighting games. No, I can't watch that. I can only watch Picross and fishing. Don't you worry. I do not intend on playing fighting games. Tekken Tag 2. Easy enough to get into. What about Tekken Tag 3? What about Tekken 6? Why is it called Tekken anyway? Like, what is Tekken? Is there tech out? Is there tech in Tekken? Tekken in Tekken? Tech. Tech bros? Do they call Tekken fans tech bros? Oh, those tech bros. Oh, they're always out there teching it up. Tekken 8 is pretty approachable for new players who are willing to learn with the replay features training mode tutorials. True. I guess fighting games have become more accessible. You know, in the past, you had to play against real people. Now you can go to the lab. You could just be in the training room. I guess you could always do that. Be fighting against CPUs. I don't know. It seems like there's more attention paid to experimentation. I don't know. I'm sure it's a good time. I think it's tech as in technical and Ken as in Street Fighter Ken. I see. Ken as in the fighting style. Kendo. Other types of Ken. Ken. Fist of the North Star Ken. Ken from Street Fighter. Anyway, fighting games, that is a genre that exists. Oh, it started raining. It's been very rainy recently. Street Fighter 6 also had an alternate modern mode that made doing move inputs a lot easier at the cost of the move being weaker. Yeah, that's like the auto combo stuff, right? That's how you do it. That's how you get people to play the game. It's kind of like that one thing where, like, if you're too good at fighting games but like not good enough for actual tournaments, then you can easily beat all your friends, but then like you're not good enough to, like, you know, fight competitively. It's like that one article. Man too good to play against his friends, but not good enough to play in tournaments. That's a good cat. Look at this cat out here. This cat, that's a great cat. Yarn balls. That's it. That's Garfield right there for International Cat Day. Okay, let's do the daily Shikaku. Well, obviously this 10 has to go here. There's no other possibility. No, this 6, well, it could go there. Welcome, Oarfish. International Cat Day. Yeah, that was yesterday. Does the Turkish pistol shooter know about this? I don't know. Maybe. Welcome to my. He is in fact a fan of cats, after all. Okay, we gotta consider where can things go. This 6 obviously has to go here. There's no other possibility. But then what? But then what do you do? Well, obviously, well, this 6, the 7. True. No, but like it could go here. No, it can't go here because if it was here, this 6 could go no. Okay, so then this 7 does in fact have to be here. And this 6, well, this 6 could go down, or it can go down from here. Now the question is, where does it go? Well, surely this 4 goes here. And this 3 can only be here, so this 2 could only be there. Now the rest of this is up for debate. Okay, this 6 could be here, or it could be there. No, but it can't be. The 6 can't be here, because then the 3 has nowhere to go. So surely this 3 could only go there. These could only be there. The 6 could only go this way. It has to go there. This 2, it's gotta be there. Simple. So shrimple, everyone. It is that shrimple. And I guess the rest of it, this could go anywhere, right? This could be this, you know? It could be this. Could be any of those. It literally is any of those. Now this one probably, well, it could be here. Hold on, if that was there, no, it could be here. This is possible, right? And then this one goes there. Yeah, we got it. I got this. Don't you worry. Some people were worried. They're like, oh no, Wolfie, there's no way. There's no way you can get this one. My God, I got it. Don't you worry. Okay, we're done with Stitch for today. It is now time for Picross. Picross S2. Right there. Very nice. Have I seen the squares made of smaller squares? What? Where? The smaller squares are all different sizes? I do not know what you're talking about. What does that mean? What does he mean by squares made of other squares? Smaller squares of different sizes? Can you provide an example of this? To see it. Okay, 8 goes there. It's gotta go right there, right? This one's there. 5, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. The first 1, 1 of the stream. So the 5 must be there, right? Therefore, no, it's got, they're 5. Therefore, no, they're 5. Here for. Is there here for? Is here for a word? Because, like, they have therefore. What about here for? What about our for? Therefore. I think therefore. I am. Me when the 4 is probably there. I think therefore. I am. Like a 3 right there. The 5 has got to go there. Here for. Here to 4. Yeah, what is here to 4? 3, 1, 4. Like a square size 112 with 50 square in the corner, 35 and 27. I have never seen that. Do not know what that means. Is that a new genre of puzzle? It's fallen into disuse. Heretofore? How about theretofore? I think for some reason we still say henceforth instead of hereforth. Henceforth. Do people say hence anymore? Here, thereafter? Hereafter, thereafter? What are they even after? They're after me when people are chasing me? No, they're after me. It's not really a puzzle, just something possible but difficult to make. I see. Well, I do not know. I shrimply do not know. My bitrate is cutting out. Hence and so forth. Henceforth. 2, 1, 5. 2, 1, 5. Does anyone out here use like words that are uncommon and people call you out for it? Welcome, Cryptic Command. Does anyone, you ever use a word and someone's like, whoa, that's a fancy word. I didn't know people use this word. I had a friend who sometimes would use the word font sometimes, and not as in like, you know, text font. It's like a font of knowledge. They'd just be like, it's a font of knowledge. This guy knows font. The 1-1 column. But there's many 1-1s. Font. No, it's just F-O-N-T. It's just font. Sometimes. What is an example? I'm more eloquent when typing. I find the same as well. I feel like when I'm typing, I use less contractions, right? Typically, I don't say I'm like I''M. Sometimes I'll often just type out the whole thing. I'll be like, I am more eloquent. I do think this thing. But when I'm talking, I don't do that. I don't say I am blah blah blah. I say like I'm. My font overfloweth. Pot friend. Perchance, that is in fact a word. Welcome Papa Froag. Some people are wont. Sipping a font. Anyone out there sipping a font right now? Anyone out there use the word cromulent? It's a perfectly cromulent word to use. Perchance. Does anyone use the word mayhaps? I feel like I would do that sometimes. And like, I don't know why I say mayhaps. Maybe it's just because I started saying it ironically, and then it became like a thing that I would just say. Mayhaps this thing. Perchance. I feel like mayhaps and perchance are kind of like in the same category of word. There's a game called Fallen London, and a character called Mr. Pages uses words like that. Sire Pages. Sir Pages. Okay, what do I do here? What can I possibly do in this puzzle? Big word enjoyers or exuberant? So true. It does exude knowledge. Oh yeah, this has, right, that's what you meant. Welcome, Zoe. That's what you meant by this. Okay, well, if that's there, then what? What if this 4, 3, 4, 5, okay, then this 4 has to be here. Right? Is this like Sudoku? It is like Sudoku in the sense that it has numbers and a grid. But besides that, not really. You could also say it's kind of like Minesweeper in the fact that it has numbers and a grid. You can also say that it's like spreadsheets. But not really. See, I don't actually remember what words I use are archaic, but I've had family members occasionally call me out if they see my work that what I write is unnecessarily hard to understand. Dang, this guy's using words we haven't even heard of. I feel like sometimes people will say like, oh, you're using words to sound fancy, but then it's like, it's just like a regular word. Have you ever seen that? Sometimes it happens like on Twitter. People are like, oh, you're using this fancy word when you can use a simpler word. Can't believe this. Where you're trying to sound smart or something, and it's just like an everyday word, you know? If you were familiar with words, surely you would know this word. Okay, so this one's gotta be a 1. As an ESL, I pick up whatever words I come across, and now I call it crockery instead of dishes. Now that's strange. Is that a British word? A Britishism? Sometimes the fancy word better describes the thing than the simple word. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's more specific. It's got more nuance. People know what it means. That's how it works. Just out there using words. Possible it's archaic. I picked it up from the Great Ace Attorney. Oh, that guy. Oh, that Phoenix Wright. Apollo Justice. It's true. Like a lot of people are out there using words that they saw in like comic books and like games and stuff like that. It's a way to learn, to know words. Great Ace Attorney is Phoenix's ancestor. Phoenix wrong. Oh, that's the one from the past. I see. That's how it is. Okay, what do I do here? 1, 2, 4, 1. Do I need to do contradiction strategies, perhaps? What if this 4 was here? 7th row. Okay, 7th row. Okay, yeah, you're right. This one's got to be the 5. 4, 1, 3. So this 3 must be here. And this one is there. And the 4 gotta go there. Forgo. Forgo that's a word, right? Do people use the word forgo? Forgore. People do be saying forgore. Forgore. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. That's not that good of a deal. What about 5 go? No, 5 go. That's just what you say in Japanese. That's just the way you say go. The Stitch game you were playing seemed fun. It was ready to buy it, but seems to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I feel like if they release that on Steam, it'd pop off. Everyone would play it. But it is also it is not just Switch. It is also on the iPad, but unfortunately it's not even on all iPads. It's just for Apple Arcade, which is kind of weird, right? The subscription thing. 5 go. Yeah, Pokemon 5 go to the polls. Does the game of Go have something to do with 5? I don't think so. No, wait, do you have to connect 5? How does Go work? Is Go the one where you connect 5 or the one where you have territory control? No, wait, Go is something else, right? It's like... That is something that does have the word go in it. But it's not Go. Yeah, okay, Go is the territory one. What's the one where you have to like... It uses the same kind of like board as Go. Oh, it's Go Moku, right? Go Moku? Is that the Connect 5 one? Go Moku. Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, Go Moku's 5 in a row. Go on its own is just territory. Read Hikaru no Go and forgot all the rules. Classic. Classic thing for getting media. Alright, what else? What else can I do here? 1, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1. 1, 1, 2, 3. What if I do contradiction strategies on this 8? What if this 8 can go here? If this 8 was here, it's not there. Is Go different? It is extremely different. It's like you put pieces, you surround the opponent's pieces, and then you capture them. Whereas whereas Othello is just like you gotta get them on the sides. Like with Othello, if you put a white piece here and here, then these two become white. But then with Go, I think you have to surround these. You have to like surround these, and then this becomes yours. But they don't flip colors, I think, right? I don't know. Or maybe they do. That's how games work. It looks similar. Yeah, it's like how this game, you know, someone looking at Picross, they're like, this is obviously Sudoku, but they're not. It's different. What do I do? What do I do? Colors don't flip, but you can capture pieces if you're completely surrounded. Yeah, yeah. And then, oh, you remove them. I see. That's how it is. That's how people do things back in the day. second row. Oh yeah, true. So that can't be there. This can't be there. The 4. It's not there. Alright. You ever think about how, like, you know, you think of classic games, you think of, like, Go, you think of, like, chess, shogi. Are there games that were made, like, in the past, like, I don't know, 20 years that would be considered on the same tier of games? I feel like as time goes on, it's harder to have games like that, right? Because, like, the classics have been cemented in time. I guess Monopoly, right? I guess, like, Monopoly is not really on the same kind of tier as those other games. Like, Connect 4, maybe that's one of them. But, like, you know, it's different. You know, when someone mentions, like, Catan, that's a classic. But, like, you know, it's not in the same way. There are games like that, but they're not as popular. But which ones? There are old games that kind of suck, like Senet. Oh yeah, right, yeah, copyright is a thing. That is true. Abstract strategy is not popular. Monopoly. Oh yeah, I guess the difference then is, like, Monopoly is licensed. Like, you can't really make your own Monopoly. Wait, I guess the major difference though is that a lot of those classic games can be made without proprietary pieces, right? If you just had, like, a board, you could simply cut out your own, like, circular pieces if you wanted. Connect, or you could even play it on paper. But then Monopoly, you kind of need to have, like, you know, the Monopoly money. I guess you could make up the pieces, but, like, you know, the community chests and all those cards, it's not as easy to recreate. Hive. Never heard of that. Never even heard of Hive. That's how games go. Games out there. It's hard to break out into the market of games. They have a monopoly on Monopoly. So true. Milton Bradley Corporation. Wolfie Tabletop Sim stream when? That was one of the first games I ever streamed. It's when I did a collab with Chenna. But as far as future streams, I don't know. Not sure if Hive has the staying power if you play it professionally, but I haven't reached a point where it becomes stale. Oh yeah, I guess it's also, like, professionally, right? Because, like, Chess and Go and all those games, they have, like, professional, like, it's like a real thinking game, right? But then, like, there isn't really professional Monopoly, professional Connect 4. Should we start looking for X's last column? Can eliminate some? Can we? The last column. This was there. This would have. Oh, and then this can't be there, right? This is there. You get the 3, and then it can't be here. Okay. Now this is possible. That's totally possible. Oh, but it also can't be here because that's a 3. They study exactly. They got game theory. They got AI studying to beat the best humans. Hive is a game where you move pieces around superficially like chess. Instead of on a board, the pieces only move in relation to each other. What the? What the heck? Gaming. How can people even game? Each of the pieces represent. Oh, that's why they're called hive. Because the insects are in the hive. They do be out there in the hive. Okay, what if it was this? If it was this, is this anything? The 3, the 1, the 2. Okay, it can't be here, right? But then what does that mean? What does that even mean? Grasshopper can hop over other pieces. One guy jumps over any number of pieces in a straight line. One moves in the side of pieces, one moves on top of pieces. Let's see. I understand. Bottom left is X. Yeah. It is true. It can't be here. It also can't be... here, but then that doesn't tell us anything. What does that even tell us? This 2 was here. This 2 can't be there. Oh wait, it can't. Wait, this can't be here because then this would be impossible. So this would have to be here, but it also can't be here because then this would not be a 1. And this one, this is fine. This is allowed. That's fine. The pieces are a bunch of hexagons with different icons, but the insect theme helps make it easier to understand. It does seem like it could become a classic game. It's how things go. It's hard to break into the gaming industry. So much competition, right? There's so many games out there. They all got their own rules, and people are like, I don't got time to learn this. Imagine you spend time learning the rules, to explain the rules to everyone. A lot of the problem with card games, board games, is that people are not willing to learn a new thing. Okay, what if this was here? If this thing was here... Oh, but it can't... No, it can. It can be here. This would be there. Wait, but this can't be... Wait, what am I doing? So this could be here, right? But then... Why did they make this so hard? I guess this is like one of the last puzzles. That's probably why they made it so hard. Found it surprisingly easy to teach. Yeah, classic games. Classic board games out there. 10 years from now, everyone you know, they'll be like, we gotta play Hive. You have to. Part of what makes it easy is you add pieces to the board gradually instead of starting with them all. Oh. There's less mental overhead to understand. It's like how, speaking of mental overhead, Northern Lion was playing Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers today. It is a blackjack game that some people are saying is kind of like Bellatro in some ways. But there's like so many systems going on in that game. I feel like if you were not there at the beginning of the run, it would be impossible to understand. But it does look like a fun game though. It does seem like a fun time. I don't know if I would play it, but it's cool, you know? This is the new era of casino. What the frick did I just do? The era of casino-based roguelike games. This is upon us. It's out there. It's real. It's easy aside from a few edge cases when parts of the board fuse or break apart. There's a board? I thought it was just pieces relative to each other. Okay, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. Oh, wait, this 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. Oh, but this doesn't go there. It doesn't go there. The board, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought that there were no boards. But that is what you meant. The play area. The battlefield. 4, 1, 3, 5. do I do? What do I even do here, man? 4. Okay, what if this 4 was... What if this 1? What if this 4 is there? 5, 1, 2. 5. 1, 1, 1. 2, 1, 5. Okay, this 5 has to go this way, right? The pieces could, for example, join to form a circle. Create new opportunities for... Oh, is it kind of... It's kind of like, Conway's Game of Life, where, like, things follow certain rules. But there's no like real board or anything. You're just out there moving around, you know. The 4th column, yeah, the 5's gotta be here. It's gotta be a 3. This has gotta be a 1. That also must be a 1. This is a 3, so it can't be there. The 2 can't go there. This one's gotta be a 1. You can't have a 5 down here, so this has gotta be the 5. The 1 and the 2. Okay, this one literally has to be here. It's got to be the 3. That's the 4. See, that's the best part of Picross, is when you figure out one thing and suddenly everything comes together. Maybe not everything. Many things. It's there. It's a 4. It's got to be the 2 right there. It's got to be the 3. It's not there. You got the 4. And that right there is the 8. It's right there. It's not there. There's a giant 4. There is. What is it even there for? Am I right, guys? Therefore, I am. I think, therefore. I think, herefore. I think there's a 4. Therefore, I am. Wait, this is wrong. Something here is wrong. I did something wrong, everyone. Here, this does not look correct to me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, what the frick? No! What did I do? Is this wrong? Is this not supposed to be here? Okay, what if that was wrong? What if all of this is wrong? It's gotta be a 1. It's gotta be a 1. When did I mark this off? This has gotta be a 3, so it can't be there. So it can't be there because that's a 2, right? And... so 3, you got the 4, right? Wait, what? But why did I mark this off? I don't even know. Why did I mark any of this off? What even is this? 3, you got the... okay, this 2, that can't be there. And... 3 is right there. What did I mess up? Where have I messed up? 1, 2. This was crossed off because the 5 can't be there, right? 2, 1, 5. And then this is literally... oh, but that can't be... wait a second. 2, 1, 5. So that's gotta be there. 1, 2 is there. Rimply. I don't think I will. I've spent 27 minutes on this. Also, welcome. Welcome, Probs Not Jack. Okay, if this was here... wait, but then this does the same thing. This does the thing that I thought was incorrect. Oh no, hold on. This is wrong because before I thought this was here, but actually it's here. I see. I think I messed up this column earlier. And now it's definitely correct. So this has got to be the 5. The 1 and the 2. Anyway, what's going on? I know there's like a convention this weekend, right? There's many conventions happening. There's like a VTuber convention somewhere in Europe. There's like other conventions. Is anyone going to a convention this weekend? You might even be at the convention right now. Gen Con. Yeah, Gen Con D is got them. What is Gen Con? Geneva Con? Geneva Convention? Conventionally happenings. Would you go to Geneva Convention? If they had another Geneva Convention, would you go? Would there be cosplayers at Geneva Con? Human rights cosplayers. No, you wouldn't go. It used to be in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, but moved to Indianapolis. I see. Cosplaying as a war criminal. Many people already do that. Video games, you know, there's many war criminals out there. Cutting in line would be a war crime if I went. No, there's no way. War crimes? What about where crimes? That doesn't make sense. It was originally for D&D and added card games and board games. See, I'm not a war criminal. I would never commit any crimes whatsoever. Especially not war crimes. Would you though? If you had the chance to commit a war crime, which one would you commit? What is a war crimes tier list? What would be the best war crime? You're like, Wolfie, but what criteria? What even would be the best? What would that even mean? I don't even know. All right, I just don't know. So that's got to be, the 2 could be here actually, but this can't be there. What about this? What about a tier list of war crimes that you could commit? Would you? I feel like war crimes are not really committable by individuals that are not in positions of power. As an individual, like on the battlefield, I guess you could. Never mind. You could definitely torture someone. Okay. Okay, a tier list of war crimes that you could commit without being in a position of power. Torture is probably one of them. What are like the other ones? What even are other war crimes? Depends on your definition of power. That is true. I mean, like, yeah, I guess like if you had, like as an individual, you could have access to like a nuke or something. But like, I feel like at that point you're like kind of like, you know, you got some privilege. Being a soldier but not in uniform is a war crime. Yeah, you could totally do that one. And by power, I mean like, you know, in like a government position or like some, okay, let's say like if you were just who you are today as someone not in the military, not in like a government position where you can order people around. What are war crimes committable by, you know, the average citizen? Let's say just like a guy in a supermarket. Not that they would do it, but like, you know, there's some like nukes that you obviously can't do unless you were like super privileged. Row 6. 1 1 1 1. True, right? That would have to be there. 4 Simply punishing someone for something they didn't do is a war crime? What? There's no like criteria for how like severe the punishment is. You just don't need much power, you just shoot someone you shouldn't. And that's a war crime. There's some weapons that are too cool for war, like using those would be a war crime. Is napalm a war crime? According to Geneva Convention, you can't use .50 cal or shoulder-fired rockets at unarmored vehicles. All those years of Battlefield games were war crimes. Yeah, but you know, it's a game. Obviously, those things would never exist in real life. They would never do that. Good thing that Battlefield is a fictional game with no basis in reality. Just a made-up war. None of those people were ever harmed in any way. A war crime is a violation of the laws of war. Well, that's, you know, obviously. Clearly that's the case. Napalm on crimes. Sorry, me when I misread the message. Napalm on crops. It's a war crime. I see. So like on people, it's like it's allowed to be used on people. Because I feel like they don't... Do they still do that? Do they still use napalm? Welcome Kamala Harris, Borgazar. 10th column can have X. Okay, 5, 2... True. This has to be there. 1 and 2. 5 must go up. Misusing the red cross symbols. Oh, that is true. You can't. You're not allowed to use the red cross symbol on many things, unless it's like a thing. Is that a thing like in video games? You're not allowed to use like the red cross symbol. Like, what about all those med kits? Is that not allowed, or is it fine because it's like in a video game and it's for like medical supplies? Is that allowed? What is the criteria? 9th column can have X. 9th column, 3. Yes, this can't be there. It's not fine. Video games have to go away from Red Cross. But what about, don't they have like, aren't there like a lot of games that have a Red Cross in it? Are those illegal? They're not allowed. I heard a K-pop group got in trouble for using the Red Cross for a sexy lifeguard costume. No. Oh, they're not allowed to use it anymore. But it's such a like a universally understood symbol for like health, healing items. What about a green cross? I'm sure green cross is allowed. Not allowed, for example, when Bethesda re-released Doom, they had to remove the red crosses. What did they replace it with? Green cross. Oh, the blue cross. I see it. What about orange cross? Technically, it was always not allowed, but the Red Cross organization caught wind of it recently. Because they had to enforce it. Green crosses. I guess it kind of makes sense. Like some games represent health with green. Some places do it with the red. Or I guess the red ones. Green ones. So green health. Second row from top. 4, 4. Okay. Then what? 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 1, 8. Hold on. This 8 can't be here. It's shrimply not allowed. The cross, you can't even see that in Stream Elements. Why did... Oh, there it is. It just didn't load in. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. It is 7 p.m. All right. The staff of Asclepius. Oh, that's the thing with the snail. Yeah, the snail? Snake. Snake's on. Snail. Imagine if it was a snail. Wouldn't that be cool? If snails were the symbol of healing. Why is a snake on there? Snake. Snake. Other countries, lol, America uses Staff of Hermes, which isn't even about medicine. America, our hospitals are for-profit course. So true. America. Why would they do that? Why is America like that? Not to be confused with the staff that has 2 coiled serpents. What does that one stand for? It's the Staff of Mercarius. Isn't that the Japanese website where you sell used goods? It's a joke. That's a joke, by the way. Everyone understands that's a joke. Now, the explanation of the joke is that there's a Japanese website called Mercari, which is like a place where you sell things. And that sounds similar to Mercarius, obviously. So now you know. Now you know why that joke was funny. Is used in the US too. Yeah, but it's a Japanese website, right? So it was invented in Japan. One serpent is Asclepius, 2 is Hermes. Staff of Hermes. What about the shield? Isn't there like a shield that's also used for medical things? There's like the blue shield or whatever. Or is that specific to America? like a blue shield, red cross or something. Blue shield, red shield, blue cross. Something like that. Oh, that is a specific organization. Okay, so there's no deep symbolism behind that. That's just like they just named their company that. Okay, so it is America specific. Blue Cross Blue. No, wasn't there like a red one? Isn't there like a red blue? Some kind of like American insurance thing that has red and blue. Blue Cross Blue Shield. Was it not Red Cross Blue Shield? No, Red Cross is its own thing. It wasn't Red Shield? Sounds like yeah, it's like the thing from Link's Awakening where you get armor that's either red or blue. It gives you more attack or defense. Wait, this was gotta be the 1, right? 5. Could there be a 1, 2, 1? No, I guess it could still be there. Red Eyes Blue Dragon. No, it's Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Cross is an international non-profit. Blue Cross, yeah, that's what I meant. I confused them and I was like, oh, it can't be Red Cross because that's already a thing. Literally already a thing. You don't want to cross them. Okay, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 3. 1, 1, 3. 1, 1, 4. 5. 1, 2, 8. 5. 1. So what else do I do? What can I do here? What even? 2, 1, 3. Could this be this? 2, 1, 3. This could be the 3. 2. Otherwise, 2, 3. What? Okay, so this is not possible. This 2. This cannot be a 2. Or sorry, this 3. 3 can't be there, because then this would have to be a 1. So this does have to be the 3. 2, 1, 3. It's there. Bowl and shield. Sorry, did I accidentally fill in? Did I press this by mistake? In Rugby 7, they have 4 trophies, cup, plate, shield, bowl. What? Rugby 7? Oh, I don't get this game. Looks like Sudoku mixed with Minesweeper. It's just numbers, you know? You got numbers up here. 8th column from left. 8th column. 8 can't go down. Welcome, Hometown. Can't go down. Why can't it go down? Well, simply because... But why can't it be? No, I'm going to read the other message. Now the 1211... 3 has to have a block for the 3. This one, 1, 2... So 2, that's a 1, 2, and a 3. This one does, in fact, have to be there. Right, because you got the 1, you got the 2, there's a 1, there's another 1, there's a 2. Yeah, that has to be. And then this is done, right? That 2 can't be there. Oh, wait, this thing. Look at this. Can't be there. Gotta have the 2. It's gotta be a 3, so it can't be there. Simple as that. Basically, for those of you watching, for some reason, this game is got numbers, you know? It tells you how many things are connected. You got a 2, you got a 3, and you got a 5, right? There can be any number of spaces in between. It's up to you to use logic to determine what it is. Now, unfortunately, this is an endgame puzzle, so I can't really provide guidance, you know. Normally on an easier puzzle I'd be like, okay, obviously you got to do this thing, but this is one of the hard ones. Okay, we got the 2, we got the 1. Yeah, facts and logic. We love facts and logic out here. Okay, so this has got to be a... Does this have to be a 1? No, it could be a 2. Could be a 5. This could be a 1. 2. No, it can't. Wait. Hold on. This is a 5. This is a 5. On the 3rd row. 3rd row. True. This does have to go this way. Oh, and then these are 1s. Right. This one's right there. It's got to be a 1. This is also a 1. The 4 must go this way. And then what? 2, 4 is there, 3, get the 5 right there, the 2, that's a 4, 3, 3rd column from left, and next. Yes, this one does in fact, oh, that's just math. Okay, so that's there. This one's gotta be a 1. This one also must be, this one's gotta go down, so the 3 can't be there. So this thing must be a 3. And this has gotta be a 2. 3 is there. Anyway, 2 right there. Okay, and then obviously this 8 has to go up. And that must be there. That's a 2. And that's a 2. It's a 3 right there. Simple. So shrimple. Shrimple is that. That has to be there. Anyway, what else is going on? Anything else going on out there? War crimes? Society. You know what was something cool I saw yesterday? You know how sometimes you'll just see kids like selling snacks on the street? They'll just have like bags of chips and they'll be like, I don't want to buy a bag of chips. Is anyone interested in purchasing this candy? Well, what I saw yesterday, there was a kid sitting outside. There was like a table. It had just a bunch of chips on it. And he was like, do you want to buy any chips? And I was like, no, I don't really want to. But then there was like another, there was like a kid and his mom. And, you know, the kid asked the mom as well. Okay, hold on. This is going to be confusing because there's two kids. But then the kid who was not selling stuff, when asked if he wanted to buy something, he's like, no, not really. The mom was like, no, it's just chips. We don't really need this. But then the other kid was like, yeah, but it would make him happy. And I was like, what the freak? That's so wholesome. Although he had no need for the chips. He had interest in purchasing the chips because it would make the other child happy, even though he had no need for it. So that's some good content, right? That's stuff out there that would make you believe in life. I saw that and I smiled. I did not buy anything, but I don't think they bought anything either, but I thought that was cool. Well, you don't tend to see that. You know, kids out there, they're just rationalizing things. They're like, we don't really need it. Like, it would be nice for that kid specifically. And I think that's neat. I didn't need it. I don't need those chips. What if they were poisoned? Welcome, old man diabetes. What if he somehow opened the bag of chips and put poison in it and then factory sealed it again? What if kids had the power to do that? What if that kid was a war criminal, huh? I don't know. I'm sure he was fine. I had no interest in buying it. Chips are like the last thing I want when walking around. No, you don't have to eat them while walking. You could just, you could take them home. It wasn't even like, how like sometimes kids, they like buy like big packages of like, a bunch of the same chip. They buy like, those like party size bags and they just sell them on the street or whatever. This wasn't even that. It was just like a bunch of like random like assorted, even sizes of chips were different. Just like, I think this guy just like had chips like at home. And he was like, we don't need it. We don't need it. He just was selling them. Yeah, I got it. We got the 2 down there. This 2's over there. Can you believe this puzzle took 50 minutes? This is literally the first Picross we did today, right? I don't even know. The 2, we got the 3, obviously. It's right there. That's over there. We got the 1, 4, 2. I did hydrate. I made sure to hydrate. I'll be real, the only corner stand shop operated by children that I see are Girl Scout cookies, no chips or snacks. Maybe it's more like a New York thing. Because, like, I guess I also see this on the subway. Just like a bunch of kids on the subway selling, like, chips and chocolate bars and stuff like that. Surprisingly, I've also never seen Girl Scout cookies being sold. The only time I've ever seen Girl Scout cookies are, like, at the office. Or, like, someone would be like, hey, my daughter is in the Girl Scouts, and here's some cookies if anyone wants to buy. Or, like, someone will just buy Girl Scout cookies and leave them, like, in the office for people to eat. You gotta give the kids business sales skills. Has anyone had to do that as a kid? I remember when I was a kid, there was like a thing where like they're trying to raise funds to go on a school field trip to like, I don't know, some overnight trip somewhere. And then the people that did not have the money to pay for it or like needed help for it, you could sell chocolate. They would give you like a box of like 40 chocolates. It's like Hershey's bars and like other stuff. And if you could sell all those, you would get like $40 or something. I don't know. Maybe, I forget exactly what. Maybe it's like 25 chocolates, and if you sold all of them, you got like $40. I don't know. I had to do that. I didn't have to do it, but like I was like, oh, it's like free money, right? And I did it. And I was on the subway. I was like, look at this. They're selling, anyone want to buy chocolates? And no one bought chocolates. And I think my uncle felt bad and he just bought all of them from me. And then we just had a bunch of chocolates that we had to eat. Their whole business model is using children to gain sympathy. Such a weird thing that we do. And it is kind of weird. People have like lemonade stands and all that. It shouldn't be allowed. Welcome, Yuko. Girl Scout cookies are great. Don't like mint, but love their mint. This guy hates mint. Thin mint, specifically. I was mad craving Girl Scout cookies the other day, but they don't start selling them until next month. Wait, they're not sold like all year round? They're only sold in specific times of the year. Middle row math. True. So true. If you want to have educational enrichment, you better sell these chocolates. Otherwise, it's impossible. You will not get to go on this field trip. They're only sold during January to April. What? Artificial demand. They're artificially... It's artificial scarcity or whatever. Never had to do it for a trip, but I remember having to sell stuff out of a catalog to raise school funds. And they have reward tiers based on how much... Wait, I think I remember that as well. That sounds vaguely familiar. They had stuff like caramel popcorn and like other stuff. I remember there was like a whole big book of just like snacks you can order. Curling? Wow. That sure is curling. Alright, let's do this one. I have to do that for band. Got a trip to Dave and Buster's for selling a lot. But can't you go to Dave and Buster's for free? Couldn't you just like go there? Is that not a thing? Did anyone have like in high school physics, did anyone else also like have a thing where you would go to Six Flags or whatever just for like a physics class? I mean, we had that. I thought that was kind of weird. It's like, sure, I guess like roller coasters do obey the laws of physics, but like why physics class specifically for free? I mean, you could just walk into Dave and Buster's, right? Unless you meant like you fundraise for like the things you pay for. Never been there. It's been 2006. Gotta give kids fun stuff sometimes. Yeah. I mean, I didn't go, but many people did go, and they probably had a great time. To Central Oregon to see geology. What was your favorite rock that you saw? Never been to I've also never been to Six Flags. It's never that brazen for it. You never just had to go to Six Flags for physics class. I recall our middle school got a field trip to a local amusement park. Don't know what was there, except let's go to the amusement park. So true. Welcome hoodie with a goodie. I think the vibes are off. If you say any more weird things, I'm gonna ban you, unfortunately. Actually, you remember that time I banned that other guy? Last week, or maybe it was this week. He joined the Discord and messaged me and was like, you unban me right now. That guy was saying, he was like saying weird comments. What was he even saying? He was using swear words all the time. I don't even know. At high school, trips to Disneyland were done for kids excelling or for seniors. I got to go every year. What the? Disneyland? Never seen someone get banned here. It happened, I think, earlier this week. Oh, it was because I was playing Bloons Tower Defense. I feel like probably more kids watch that game. They're like, oh, Bloons, I love that game. I know that game. Didn't Stanley? No, it was I accidentally banned Props Not Jack. Because there was someone else posted something. And I accidentally clicked the ban button. That was fixed. I remember. I was there. No. It was an accident. Okay, this 6 is here. It can't be there. Anyway. Live in Cali for context. I guess that makes more sense. I think I was recommended a video recently on YouTube about a guy who went to Disneyland literally, or maybe it was Disney World. Disneyland like literally every day for 2,000 days. And instead of watching that video and thinking like, oh, that's cool, I was like, that's kind of sad, right? Isn't it like 2,000 days in a row of Disneyland? What can you even do that you would not get bored? Yeah, 2,000. What was he doing? Like, you just do the same things every day. Just ride the same rides. I don't know. I don't know if he was like, he made it seem like he was having fun, but I feel like he was just doing it because he was like, I don't know, because he's done it long enough. He's like, I might as well just keep doing it. Get old after 10 times. Exactly, right? I'm tired of it after even the first time. Like, I went there once and I'm like, I guess this is cool, but I prefer Knott's Berry Farm for some reason. Like, Disneyland is just like a lot of lines, you know? I'm not even really that into Disney. You got an annual pass, you're getting your money's worth. Yeah. Been there 8 times. I'm like tired after the first time. Disneyland would be much lamer than World. It's much smaller. It used to be better. I think it was Disneyland that he went to. Could probably rationalize it as daily workout, but that's probably not what it was. He was definitely not fit. I don't know when. And they said he was like 40 something, right? I was like, okay, if this is a guy who's like in his 60s or something, okay, sure, like he's retired. Maybe he's got no job. But like this guy was like 40 something. Like, what are you, like, what's he doing? I don't know. Maybe he retired early. Maybe he just doesn't feel like finding a job. I don't know. But then like also, isn't like all the food really expensive at Disneyland? Like, do they have like discounts? They probably have discounts, right? For like annual pass holders, they probably have like cheaper food. But still, like, right? It's got to be like really expensive. It's a midlife crisis. I don't know. Like, apparently he also like met his current wife. He met at Disneyland on his like 600 something day there. Like, what are you doing? What's happening? It's 5.5 years. I think this was also pre-COVID. So like, was his streak ruined after they closed down the park? Disney adult. What's he doing? Also, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay, we got numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Okay, this one obviously is here. But yeah, I could not go to Disneyland that many days in a row, or even in general, without getting really bored. Like, what can you really do, right? You can ride the same rides. Maybe the staff recognizes you. They're like, oh, it's this guy again. Classic this guy. There are people that are annual pass holders. Yes, I would assume that guy was one. Wouldn't it be funny if he wasn't? It'd be like, if he was just paying every single time, and then someone was like, actually, do you know that you can get an annual pass? Check 5th column. No, it's a 2. Okay, I'm gonna restart this. I don't know where I messed up. It's like early enough on. Man, Disney Disney World has a lot of stuff. Disneyland, not so much. Might be fun to go somewhere, chill for like an hour or two. Yeah, do you think he's had days where he just like checks in and then just like leaves immediately? Maybe he just lives near Disneyland and he's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of bored. I'll just go in for like 5 minutes just to get my streak in there. Like, I'm sure there are some days where he was just like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm just gonna clock in, just leave. Slightly reminds me of the guy who has eaten nothing but Kraft mac and cheese for 30 years. He literally can't eat anything else or his body rejects. What? What the heck? There's like a guy who ate like McDonald's Big Macs every day, right? There's a bunch of people. Yeah, daily quests. What if he paid full price each day because he wasn't sure he was going to come back? No, it's not worth it. It's daily. It's his Disleys. 17 years. Still a long time. No, someone who wasn't the Super Size Me guy. Like, the Super Size Me guy did it for like a video or a movie. It was only for 30 days also. But like, there was another guy who just eats Big Macs every day, like normally, for several years. Probably still doing it. There's this lady I met at Knott's that said she goes 4 days a week. With a certain cheap pass, gives free meals. I could see it being worth it if they give free meals. There's definitely some people with crazy diets. Involves cheese. Yeah, mac and cheese, Big Mac. They're out there. Super Size Me guy met the Big Mac guy. There's a new. Oh. I thought they interviewed the Big Mac guy as part of Super Size Me. I remember thinking he seemed pretty alright. I've never watched Super Size Me, so maybe he was in that movie. It's a lady who ate nothing but cheesy potatoes. I mean, cheese is pretty good. If I had to eat something every day, I feel like maybe it would have cheese in it. Also, this is just math. Look at this. Cheese has a good flavor profile. Big Mac guy showed up on Super Size Me. He can do it because he's pretty thin and only does 2 Big Macs, which is barely over 1,000 calories. True. Cheese and potatoes is probably close to nutritionally complete. Cheese has like a lot of protein, right? Probably. My high school Super Size Me movie was mandatory in health class. I feel like that's also where I watched some of it. People were doing presentations on it, like in health class or something, and like it's probably where I saw some clips of it. 2007. Good times. Those were the days. Hold on. Is this something? 1 2 6. Anyway, I don't know if I could eat the same thing for that long. What would you, if you had to eat a food, the same food for like a year, what would you do? The McDouble is apparently one of the world's most nutritionally complete foods in contrast to what it financially costs. Good old McDonald's. Banana or apple. But would that be enough to sustain you? I guess you'd just be eating a lot of bananas and apples every day. Standards for videos are not that high back in the day. Yeah, like a lot of things that were documentaries back in the day are probably just like... Nowadays could probably just be like a video essay. And it would probably be even like better than those. No one said I can't eat anything else in the day. I guess that is true. You got me there. Welcome, Yurga. Very cool. Thank you. Some kids may have had the OG iPhone if they were lucky. Wait, what? It's weird thinking about Gen Alpha having modern smartphones in high school. It's not even just high school, right? Middle schoolers, they have smartphones. Even people in like elementary school have smartphones. Yeah, video essays. One of my teachers showed us a documentary which was more of a 9/11 conspiracy video. What the heck? They could just show that in schools? What the heck? I had a phone in school. I mean, I had a flip phone in high school, in my last year of high school. That's when I had a phone. And everyone's like, this guy's always on his phone. Now that he has a phone, he's always on it. It was cool because you could load Flash onto it. And I used to make Flash animations, so I would just put my Flash animations on my phone, and that was cool. I feel like 9/11 conspiracy refers to a batch of interrelated conspiracies. Surely there are some that are isolated, right? The statement has the qualifier if you look at macronutrients. If your focus is any other nutritional info, McDouble may not necessarily be the best. Maybe. Possibly. Jet fuel. I had a Nokia brick phone at school. There wasn't enough on it to be a confiscatable distraction. What about Snake though? What about, did they have Frogger on those phones? I know Snake was on it. Did they have Tetris? I heard you made very popular Flash things in high school. Yes. Are there other Toho fans in my high school? I don't think so. I also don't think there were many anime fans. That's one thing that I'm really surprised, maybe not surprised about, but that's like a thing that's very different from when I was in high school is that when I was there was barely any anime fans. No one, like, I guess because it didn't really exist as much in the West. The only real way to watch anime besides like what was on Cartoon Network was like you have to like download illegal fan subs of things. But like most people were doing that. So, you know, you saw someone else with anime stuff, you're like, what the frick? Someone knows what anime is? Let me scroll up. A lot of messages today. Calling and texting. Seems I'm younger than most in chat. I was in 3rd grade when the iPhone became mainstream. By middle school, kids had smartphones. The iPhone came out when I was in junior or senior year of high school. I remember because it was pretty new back then. I had an iPod Touch. That was pretty cool. Never used phone for games even today. What, not even gacha games? Anime was not cool when I was in high school. Yeah, people did not watch anime. Or if they did, they didn't talk about it. But nowadays, you got people out there, they're just, you know, they're playing Genshin at school. Talking about Chainsaw Man with their classmates. Like, oh, do you see the latest freaking Chainsaw Man? No. Etc. I mean, Pokemon was popular, but like, you know, because everyone knew Pokemon. Anime fan subs were on VHS tapes. Yeah. So accessible now. It's wild that like you can see that you can buy anime like anime merch in stores. Back then you had to like go to Japan. That's how I got stuff, you know? Friends in Japan would just be there, they would just send it to me. 4th and 5th row from bottom. Okay, this gotta be it's gotta be a 5. 3, 2. That is in fact a 3. Also, the fact that you have, you can find Hatsune Miku merch, like, just like in the stores now. Miku was so obscure back then, and now she's at Coachella. Everyone knows Hatsune Miku. Even Germa. Germa acknowledged Miku's birthday. Someone asked, "Hey Germa, are you streaming on August 30th? It's Miku's birthday." And he was like, "What? I gotta stream on Miku's birthday. It should be a national holiday." Honestly, I don't know why it's not a national holiday. I'm like, so true, Germa. It's so right for this. World is mine. Miku, the real Miku. They used to call it Japanimation. They sure did. Some people still do. We got the 9. This 10, though, obviously has to be there. And this can't be there. You're afraid of Germa? I guess you could call me a germaphobe. Are you actually afraid of Germa, or is that just a setup for a joke? Because every time someone says germaphobe, everyone's like, Germa? Can't believe this guy hates Germa. Can't believe. Setup for. I can't believe you would lie for comedy. Let's see. Also, within her first decade, she was already touring with Lady Gaga. Miku was touring. I don't remember that. Was Miku out there with Lady Gaga? What the heck? I totally didn't even know. Okay, 6 has to be here. IGN Netflix states compromised post-production partner leaked anime streaming service is... I don't know what that means. I thought Miku was long before Lady Gaga. I don't think she was. I remember seeing ads for, like, you know those back in the day on TV when they would show those ads that are like, now that's what I call Music 30, featuring the latest hits such as Poker Face from Lady Gaga. I remember when they would just sell CDs with like a bunch of popular music. I guess they still probably do that. But you know, that's what I call Music Volume 30, etc. That's the first time I heard of Lady Gaga. They were playing it, and then she was they were playing a sample of Poker Face. But they didn't say what the title of the song was. And me, as someone who is bad at hearing lyrics, I thought she was saying Boca Bass. Say Boca Bass? What is that? What is Boca? I know Boca is like a Spanish word. Is this about Boca Bass? It wasn't until much later that I learned it was Poker Face. And I was like, that makes a lot more sense. That is in fact a word. Yeah, Boca Bass. I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me. Boca D's. They're still making those. Yeah, it's like Kids Bop. Kids Bop. That's what I call Music Volume 30. Etc. You all are saying too many things. I can't keep up. Why is chat so active today? Boca D's. Poker Face is an explicit song. What does she say in the song? Miku released 2007. Gaga's first album was 2008. Yeah, but it's the first album though. What was her first single? Her first music. Who is buying? Who is buying? It is true. Who's out there buying Kids Bop? They're out there like, oh, there's gonna be a kids party. Let me let me buy Kids Bop. Just make sure it's safe, you know, to play this music for the kids. Kids Bop does. They do change the lyrics. They make them kid friendly. Fame Monster. I don't even know what that is. Miku is no longer 16. Is that true? Miku is a Vocaloid again. For some time, she was not even a Vocaloid anymore, but now she is. In the chorus, she said, no, she's definitely saying poker face. She's definitely saying poker face. There's no way that she would be saying that. Pretty sure Kids Bop covered Linkin Park. They probably covered everything. She does not look up the lyrics. Fine. I don't believe this, but I'll look it up. Poker face lyrics. Poker face. Wait, what the frick? She is actually saying that? No, but what? I didn't know that. Well, surely they cleaned that up for the radio, right? The radio mix did not have... The one that we're all used to hear. It's actually... She does actually say... Swears. She does. I don't know. All the ones I've heard didn't have that. They would not put that on the radio. Yeah, Miku's a Vocaloid again. Well, now I learned. Today I learned that she does in fact say that. That's something. It's like when I learned that sweet dreams are made of... It's not sweet dreams are made of these, it's sweet dreams are made of this. Which is weird because this does not rhyme with the next line. Why? Why would they say this so weirdly? You're telling me if sweet dreams are made of this, who am I to disbelieve or whatever? Was it disbelieve? Is that the word? Doesn't even sound like, you know, this. Sweet dreams are made of this? That doesn't make sense. Made of these. Borderline cannot tell the difference between the explicit and non-explicit version. Well, I had no idea. I just didn't know. They're British? I can't believe. Sweet dreams are made of this. These? Why would they rhyme this with disagree? Who am I to disagree? It's like how the song... Let's get it. Yeah, they definitely changed it. There was a tweet that was like, hey, today's the 10th anniversary of Let's Get It Started. And then everyone in the replies were like, that's not what it was called. This is not the 10th anniversary of that song. It was known as something else. But you can't say that anymore. That's not a term you can say. It's also how, what is it, like CeeLo Green's song, Forget You, which is not actually Forget You, but like, you know, the F word, the other F word. But then, you know, they can't play that on the radio, so obviously they changed it to Forget You. That's what many people know it as. Yeah, the frick word. How can he say that on the radio? Can't do that. Can't say that stuff. Okay, that's a 2. That's a 2 right there. So 1. You got the 9 going up. So 3. Forget You. I mean, that is like a creative way to do it though. You know, when that song first came out and started being popular, people were like, how are they gonna... They can't possibly play this on the radio. How can they possibly make this, you know, friendly for listeners on the radio? Well, they did it. They, in fact, did find a way. And now here we are, talking about it. Alright, we're almost done here. So 1, that 1 has to be there. This one is also a 1. That's got to be a 2. Welcome, Dopamine. Do you remember the Britney Spears song? If you seek Amy, I do not know what that is. What does that mean? Yeah, this one will definitely be done earlier than the other one that we just did. There's no way this one takes 50 minutes. 10 is right there. You got the 2, finagle the bottom middle. The bottom middle. Okay, that's gotta be there. And that's gotta be there. Fill in the 3 in the 1, 3, 2 column. Oh, so true. So this one's gotta be there. If you say it together, it spells the other F word. If you seek Amy. What? The other F word? I don't know. I don't know music. You think I know music? No, that's what I call music. Do you know music? Does anyone here know music? What even is music? 7. It's there. F sharp. That's a programming language. 1, 2. It's gotta be. That's gotta be the 2, right? I have a piece of paper that says I know music. Or were you a major in music? Majored in music. That's a that's a thing, right? Major. That's a musical term. It's G flat. No, F sharp is the same thing. I've listened. Yeah, I love music. I know music. Is this music? Is it coming out of the? I love music. Yeah, if I ever had a child, I would allow them to listen to music. I would totally. Yeah, I love music. Diminished. It's one of the major in music. See, I don't know what music is, but I just bought a DJ controller. It came in today, hoping to be able to teach myself in the I can't talk. The upcoming week. Imagine knowing music. Are you gonna do DJing on Twitch? You know Twitch has a DJ category now. Actually, if you didn't know, if you spend 15 minutes watching a DJ stream, you can get this emote. This emote is exclusive, limited time. You have to spend 15 minutes in a DJ stream. I turned the music off. I muted the stream for 15 minutes. And I got that emote. So you can do that. Just look at the DJs category. Find someone streaming. It doesn't even matter who it is. Just delete it. Just have the music. Check 4th column from right. 4th column from right. Probably true. The artist badge. Yeah, I see people that have the DJ like badge, but I'm pretty sure they're not actually like DJs. They probably just streamed on the DJ category just to get the little badge. I don't know. Anyway, you can get that badge. That emote even, if you want. And I think it's only valid this week, so, or maybe this weekend, next week. So if you don't get it now, you might not have it. Also, welcome Cable Hugh. Picross sure is fun. Consider D4 DJ. What about it? You can X out the top boxes in that column. This one. The ones right there. You got the ones right there. That's gotta be this one. It's gotta be the 3. The 3's gotta be there. That's a 1. You got the 2. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. What is this? Princess? The Happy Prince. What? Is that like a fairy tale? Is this not Swellow from Pokemon? Tailo? Is Tailo from Pokemon? Is that, is this, what's that guy's name? Is this not just Mikola from Elden Ring? Anyway, that's it. It's gonna be it for today. Just found out Odyssey Eurobeat streams on Twitch. I'm looking at that. Yeah, you can get free animated emote. For some reason, I feel like it's easier to play on my phone than on the computer. Because it's more handheld, pretending it's paper. Yeah, I feel like I like playing Picross on my phone sometimes. I mean, I haven't done it in a long time, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, that's it. Could it be the Little Prince? No, surely this is a Pokemon and Elden Ring collab. I don't know what the Little Prince is. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. We're going to see what day it is. I'm going to raid someone. Alright, let's see. National Book Lovers Day. Perseid Meteor Shower Peak Night. Co-working Day. Handhold it. What the frick? Is that allowed? Women's Day. Rice Pudding Day. Suriname Indigenous Peoples Day. Shop online for groceries day. Rice Pudding Day. Okay, what do you guys... You could do Book Lovers Day. You could do Rice Pudding Day. We do tend to do the food-related ones. We could do National Rice Pudding Day, right? Alright, who's streaming? You could also do Women's Day if you want. It's up to you. You can choose whatever raid message you would like to use. But I will now find someone to raid. Who will it be? Well, let's see. Who's out here? Who's out here streaming? What about, what about this person? I swear we did rice pudding last year? Probably. Seems highly likely. Okay, what if we raid this person? / raid La Avispa. Anyway, that'll be it for today. I will be back tomorrow with various games. Also, news, I will not be streaming on Monday because it is my grandma's birthday. And I will be going to a restaurant or something. So unfortunately, after Saturday, the next stream after that's going to be on Wednesday. If only it fell on a Tuesday, right? It would have been so convenient if her birthday was on a Tuesday, then I wouldn't have to wouldn't have missed the stream. I could just head there after work. Fortunately, it's on Monday, so it's fine. Anyway, that's next week, though. This week, we still got games. We got games tomorrow. National Book Lovers and or Rice Pudding and or Women's Day. It is, in fact, Women's Day. Good times. Now I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here waiting for several seconds until that stream goes. Now I will stop talking. I will see you next time. Goodbye.